Hey guys, what's going on? Shifu Gregg with the Authentic Shaolin Kung Fu School. We are going to be doing form and function. Again, we're going to take the form Chuan Yi and we're going to work some drills. Let's start. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Form and Function. Shifu Gregg with the Authentic Shaolin Kung Fu School. Before we go any further with anything that we do, share, like, click that bell, and let's get into what we're doing here, guys. Remember, leave some comments down below if you guys have questions about what we're doing, or if you're looking for anything else in other forms. We're always looking for the viewers, yourself, to ask questions so that we can build on what we're doing. Last couple of videos, everybody's got a lot of good stuff to say, a lot of good questions, a lot of stuff that makes sense. And we're just going to build on that. So today we're going to be working on Chuan Yi. So again, we did that last week, but we're going to work on another part of Chuan Yi. So this is going to be the part that we're working on. Sorry. So the part of Chuan Yi that we're going to work on is stepping in with cat stands, and we're working on the top part of the fist. So this is a reverse hammer fist, right? So we're going to come up, we're going to go one, elbow here, and then from here, we're going to kick, and we're gonna step into that next motion. All right. So the movement from here is pretty obvious, right? So that should be a strike to the chin. The next is coming across. Many people do this many different ways. This comes across the body to block, and we end up in a holding stance. The next motion is a guard, kick, and then we come up into a standing crane. The more important part of this is 1, 2, and 3. This is a grab, a hold, and a pull, and bringing your opponent to the floor. So one more time. We step in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it looks pretty, it looks flowery. But this is what's going to happen. So, from guard stance position, we work a foot and a half. So if I do this strictly verbatim of the form, it's going to be 1, 2, and this here is blocking the punch, pressing my opponent, and this comes straight up to hit my opponent. From here, it's a press, a lock, and a knee strike to bring my opponent to the floor. So, is that practical? No, right? So, the movement's not practical because the movement is too long. But again, it's all about form and function. So what is this teaching me? This is teaching me distance. It's teaching me a martial application, or it's teaching me movement and transitional stances and transitional movement. And what this is going to do, it's going to aid me to feel comfortable in maneuvering and moving my opponent. Now when we're working verbatim with the form, we have to understand that just because it's linked together, it doesn't mean you're fighting a million different people. Forms don't work like that. The form was basically taught in sequence to make a little sense, but it was taught to teach you transitional stances and transitional movements to feel comfortable in what you're doing. So that's the main thing that you can take away with this. If I'm this far away from my opponent and he throws a punch, I know that's going to hit the jaw. But I'm very close to my opponent, and this could be a trap, right? We can trap and use the monkey's foot. We can trap and just hit the back of the calf with a cat stance, and that's going to tilt our opponent off. So guys, even if we were doing this verbatim, I know my distance. So the minute he comes in and launches in, I step behind to strike. Now, if he throws the other hand and I do this, I expose my wrist. So turning my body this way and blocking and switching stance and striking to the chest, that can make a little bit more sense. The kick in this position is just not going to work, because if my opponent's here and he doesn't move, then it doesn't make any sense. If I hit my opponent and he steps back and throws, well then I have to do all of this to get to the next motion. So now we're going to break this down into a more modern sense. Because again, just form alone is not going to teach you how to fight. You can be the best formsman in the world, but if you can't apply your techniques, then all it is a waste of time at that point, right? Well, again, I don't want to say a waste of time. I want to say that just know what you're getting. Just know what you're getting, because you're not, you're looking to get Cracker Jacks, and all you're getting is cheap ass popcorn. So you got to know what you're getting. If you're just practicing form, there's no function involved. You have to be able to blend the two. This is what we're talking about. So again, from guard stance, so now I'm going to be here, and I want to work this here. Come up. I'm going to jam my opponent. If he steps back and throws, well, now I'm going to step in and strike. From this position, it doesn't make any sense. The minute he throws here, I'm going to push, and as he steps back, that's when I wrench, and I work the drill. So, if we do this a little faster, just be careful. 1, 2, here. The minute he goes to throw, it's here. And I bring my opponent down. All right, let's do it on this side. So, 1, 2. The minute he throws, I bring him down to the floor. Okay, guys, so the biggest thing that you want to take away from this is switch fighting is what we do at the school here. So switch fighting, believe it or not, from the first movement, I'm already switching. So I can come here and strike my opponent. I can come up and come down with my elbow. I can come here and strike low and then come up with the left hand. So there's a million things that we can do, but the switch and striking first, right to that chin, that's what we want to get out of this form. And if you're not pulling this out of your form, then you're not seeing the big picture. So block and come in, that's the first thing. Now say I was here in this position, and I wanted to get in, 1, 2, 3, and that's striking with the elbow. So now if I was like, so throwing, 1, 2, 3 here, say he blocks this, well now look, now I just crossed, and I can take him down this way, right? So this is just simple, 1, 2, he blocks, right? I want him to block this elbow. So 1, 2, he blocks the elbow, now he gets the other elbow. Now I can take him down this way. So we're taking pieces of the form, breaking it down, ripping it apart, and being able to use it in a modern sense. That's what the masters of old were trying to do. They were trying to give us pieces. They were trying to give us pieces of a form. So a form is built to give you a certain idea of fighting. Whether you're fighting forward, whether you're switch fighting, whether you're using elbows, whether you're striking low and grabbing, whatever you're doing, that form should be teaching you the idea of that certain type of fighting. But it's up to you guys to rip it apart, to dissect it. Not just learn a form. Rip it apart, dissect it, really understand the form. That's what it means to be a martial artist. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. Again, like, subscribe, click the bell. If you guys click the bell, if you subscribe and you click the bell, every time that we do a video, you guys will get the first notice. You guys can check it out. You can leave some comments down below. Again, guys, if you have any questions, please leave comments down. The comments help us. Good, bad, and indifferent, it doesn't matter, but the comments help. So please leave some comments down there. People who generally want the information, you're here. And I'm here. The more you guys like, the more you guys share, the more subscribers we get, the more videos we get. Remember, guys, it's all about training. Train, don't complain. We'll see you on the next one. So from this position here, my opponent is going to come in. And as he comes in, I'm going to get this out of the way and I'm going to sweep that leg right out from underneath him. If he threw the opposite, you gotta throw straight in, I'm here. So if he throws with the lead, I'm here and I take that leg out. If he throws with the other hand, I'm here and I take the leg out again. As I take